Dub. Caitlin Clark says she idolized Steph Curry after her first game at the Chase Center. Caitlin Clark praises Steph Curry, calling him her idol after playing her first game at the Chase Center in a loss to the Valkyries. Draymond Green explains why all the pressure is on the Thunder for Game 7 of the NBA Finals. The Rockets agree to a long-term extension with head coach Ime Udoka, according to ESPN's Shams Charania. Caitlin Clark's first professional game at the Chase Center didn't end in victory, but it still carried personal significance for the Indiana Fever superstar. Playing against the Golden State Valkyries in front of a packed crowd at the Chase Center wasn't lost on Clark, whose long-range shooting and dynamic playmaking continues to draw comparisons to Golden State Warriors superstar Steph Curry. Following the Fever's 88-77 loss, Clark reflected on what it meant to play on the same floor that Curry calls home. It wasn't the most efficient outing for Clark, however, as she struggled from the field, shooting just 3 of 14 overall and 0 of 7 from three-point range. She finished the night with 11 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, and 1 steal as the Fever ultimately fell to the Valkyries, who are now 6-6 on the season. For more on this and other news around the NBA, here is our latest news roundup for Friday, June 20th. Fever star Caitlin Clark praises idol Steph Curry before WNBA Bay Area debut, NBC Sports Bay Area. As Clark and the Fever wrapped up morning shoot around Thursday, video showed her shouting, "Curry!" before sinking a three-pointer. Clark later discussed that moment during a pregame media availability when she was asked if she hopes she'll get a friendly shooter's bounce given the kind of success players such as Steph Curry have had in the arena. "I hope so. It's my first time here," Clark said. "I told Kate Martin this after shoot-around. This arena is absolutely incredible, so I'm excited to play here. Warriors must de-emphasize small ball, prioritize adding center this offseason, NBC Sports Bay Area. The Western Conference is overrun with imposing big men. Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren in Oklahoma City, Alperen Sengun in Houston, Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle in Minnesota. There are Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively II in Dallas, Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey in Memphis and Ivica Zubac with the Clippers. And, at the top of this mountain range is 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic in Denver. Those 12 players, 8 of whom are under age 30, compose a smorgasbord of skill, length, and athleticism. They all bring something to the paint. Jokic is transcendent, and Wembanyama is pointed toward that direction. Siegel Scoop: How Kevin Durant trade saga impacts draft, free agency rumors, clutch points. Whether or not this is all a ploy to increase Kuminga's overall value or get him on a contract that could be traded down the line for another star-level talent is the ultimate question many around the league are pondering. If the right sign-and-trade opportunity presents itself, Golden State's front office will have Lacob's support, and they won't be afraid to move on from Kuminga. But with free agency less than 2 weeks away, eyes are on Kuminga and whether he truly wants to return to the Warriors. OKC flops in uncharacteristic dud in Game 6 of NBA Finals ESPN. With a chance to clinch a championship, the Oklahoma City Thunder turned in a clunker of a performance. "The way I see it is we suck tonight," Thunder superstar Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said after the 108-91 loss to the Indiana Pacers in Thursday's Game 6 of the NBA Finals. "We need to learn the lessons, and we have one game for everything we worked for, and so do they. The better team Sunday will win." Finals film study. Pacers shut Thunder down in Game 6 NBA. Through the first 5 games, the Thunder scored a fairly efficient 1.14 points per chance, 82 on 72, whenever the Pacers double-teamed Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana continued to send doubles whenever the reigning Kia MVP took Andrew Nembhard into the post on Thursday and swarmed Gilgeous-Alexander on some drives. But the Thunder couldn't make them pay. Oklahoma City missed a couple of decent shots when Gilgeous-Alexander passed out of a crowd. But often, the ball never escaped. 31 Warriors Offseason Scenarios Part 2. The case for a Jonathan Kuminga sign-and-trade. There are non-Vucevic sign-and-trade scenarios that could send Kuminga to the Bulls. Kobe White is another obvious one. However, Lonzo Ball is another player that would make a lot of sense in Golden State. His defensive potential and elite passing ability would be easy to fit in Kerr's system. Moreover, his new deal, which pays him $10 million a year for the next 2 seasons, would easily fit in the Dubs' limited sign-and-trade flexibility. His new deal, which pays him $10 million a year for the next 2 seasons, would easily fit in the Dubs' limited sign-and-trade flexibility.